So once you know who you are in God, there's no fear. All the fears leave. It doesn't matter. The flesh is nothing anymore. Now, what doesn't leave is those old thoughts that are stored in memory. And that's the battle a saint has. He's got a battle with that old love, that old selfish love he used to have, you know. And it's not every day, it's not all day long. It's just that when you have a time that you're just thinking about stuff, those thoughts come in at you. And, you know, there's nothing you can do about that. I can't change those memories. The only way they're going to change is when I die. And then they'll be gone forever. And that's why everybody dies in this age. Because we have these memories. Okay? The saints, especially the saints and Jesus, were the only ones that became sinless. And everybody else, you know, had these, well, they had sins in them. All the prophets were still sinners when they died. But since they had faith, and they obeyed God's spoken word, then they were created to be in the Word with Jesus and the saints. We're the only ones who received His love throughout this whole age. Everybody else is just talk. You read the words in the Bible, and then you pretend that He loves you. And you're loving each other with God's love. No, you're not. You're loving each other with selfish love. It's fear. It's all fear-based. Why do you love that person? Because he agrees with you. That's why you love him. Why do you love that person? Because he's the same color as you. He speaks the same language. He speaks, you know, the same dialect as you. Why do you love that person? Because he likes pornography too. You see? Why do you love that person? Well, because he goes to the same church as I go to. He's not a Lutheran. He's a Methodist. So I like him better. You see? That's how we love in this world. It's all conditional. We place conditions on it because of our fears. When you have the love of God, there's no conditions whatsoever. None. There isn't any left. Now, as in the flesh, do I still? Sure, I still have this selfish love in my thoughts. Okay? So we can't be perfect on this earth. We can't be. I don't sin anymore, but those old ideas are still there that come back. I still look at the flesh the way I used to, but without sins. I know that doesn't make sense probably to you, but it does for me, because I know the truth. I have God's love. I spend 12 hours a day, every single day, preaching the gospel for you, not for me. I don't get any benefit from this. I could be with my family. You see? I take my time away from family and friends and everything to preach the love to you. That's what we were made sinless to be in this age. We gave our worldly life, our worldly loves away for the love of God. And I'm not here anymore for me in the flesh. None whatsoever. All I do in a day's time, and this has been going on for a year and a half now, is I have my coffee in the morning, I preach online, then in the afternoon I eat at like 2 o'clock, then I go out for a cup of coffee, and I write blogs and writings. I got hundreds of them. And they're all designed for you to read so you can see the love of God, the knowledge. And then I come home from that cup of coffee and I get online and I preach for the next 8 to 10 hours. Every single day of the week. That's what I do for you. That's how much God loves you. Okay? Now will you do that? Would you do that? Give up your life to preach for God? Could you do that? Not with your selfish love, you wouldn't be able to. You can't. It's impossible for you to do what I'm doing. You can't do it. The sins won't allow you to do that. You have a hard enough time just going Sunday mornings to listen to a false prophet talk about garbage. And I mean literal garbage. There's nothing they say behind that pulpit that can give you the love of God. Not a thing. They actually take you away from the love of God and into the world. The world reads the Bible, the Quran, all the books of the world, all the information we get now from the computer. That's the worldly love. That's selfish love. Everybody wants to show their stuff, their words. They want to speak their words. All pastors take the words out of the Bible that they're not even authorized to do. They don't even know if they're using the lies in there. There's all kinds of lies in the Bible, but they're taking them out and they're preaching with them. They're preaching lies from the pulpit. So they're deceiving people every single day away from the truth. And yet they don't want to hear the truth when it's spoken to them. Nobody wants to listen to my videos. Why is that? Because of the selfish love. They hear the truth and they panic. Fear, total fear, comes in their mind. They can't handle it, so they quit watching. I have some videos. I got 100 visits in the first video, and the third or fourth one, there's down to 10, 11. That just shows you right there that the truth hurts their ears. Now, who is going to listen to me? It's going to be somebody that was created as the Word. A chosen one. Somebody God chose before creation, and He created them as the Word. And during this age, it's all played out. So God actually saw this age before He created. So He knows which people were going to obey Him, to listen to Him, to His spoken word. Those are the people who are going to hear His love. And they're going to follow Him all the way through His obedience thing. I mean, man, that's quite a path. I tell you, to obey God's commands is well, put it this way: He makes you obey Him. It's not a choice. It's not something that you can. Well, I'll listen to Him later. No. You listen to Him now. Next video.